What is up, YouTube? It's your boy John Graham with another live stream. What is up? What is happening? Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Lick that notification bell. Stick up your bum and throw it back and make it go ding-a-ling-a-ling. Thanks for tuning in. I suppose I'll let all you gooners into the ship. No gooning, though. You must resist the urge to goon. This is a no gooning zone. You know the rules. What's going on, guys? What's the chat saying? Thanks for tuning in. Time to goon? No, it isn't. Johnny boy, what's up? Greetings, Job. Hello. Let's fucking go. Why not? Let's fucking LFG, why don't we? Set to max goon, set to 0 goon. You fucker. Our favorite Canadian has returned. Oh, thank you. Hey, whip. Goon mode activate? No. Goon mode deactivated. Get your desk lotion and dude wipes ready. No. So I was walking down the street and then all of a sudden I get a notification on my phone. Job Graham Strem. I tripped and knocked out my 2 front teeth on a Friday. The wings are in the fryer. It was worth it. You don't need teeth anyway. They just get in the way of giving blowjobs. Tallest Cascade for $4.99 says, always when I'm busy, sad face, stream only when it's convenient for me, or your ass is grass. Just kidding, have a good night, looking forward to coming back to this later. Thank you very much. I mean, you're a fucking loser right now for not tuning in, but as long as you're coming back later, then you will not be a loser. Your loser status will be lifted. Super chat doesn't help you there, sorry. But as long as you tune in later, you will cease to be a loser. Until the stream ends and you're actively not watching something that I make, and then you're a loser again. It's kind of like the game. You know, as soon as you become aware of the game, you lose the game. As long as you're not aware of it, you're perpetually winning the game. It's kind of like that. John CJG equals coming, jerking, gooning. Oh, is that what it stands for? It's news to me. John, sorry I'm late. I was busy gooning before the stream and only just finished before coming here. That's fine. You want to goon on your own time? Be my guest. Not here. Job, let me in. I'm dying. You're inside now. It's okay. As long as you don't goon. Time to goon. He can't kick all of us out now. Says you. I can kick all of you out immediately. There, you're all floating outside now. No, John, let us in. I'll think about it. Kind of makes me John, did you try the swing set glitch yet? I did that fucking ages ago when the game came out. I mean, we haven't done it in our streams, but I've just never come across the swing set. I can't remember where it is. I can't even remember what exactly to do. You gotta drive at it at a very certain angle on one particular side of it. It's just like some dumb physics thing that makes your exerts a crazy amount of force all of a sudden on your car and you go flying. Job returns to theft and auto. Many laughs along the way. Let's hope. I have a friend named John who very much looks like you. I'm halfway convinced that your secret identity is drunk in Estonia. Yeah, that's me. I'm also everyone who's named John, Jon, on the planet. So it's a lot of work, a lot of different disguises, a lot of different prosthetics I gotta wear, but you know, it's worth it. Don't ask me why. It's worth the effort. John, when you read this, you read this, you might have finished the chat, or maybe not. Who knows? John Graham, what would your Hideo Kojima video game character name be if Kojima scanned your feet to put in Death Stranding? He has very like basic names, doesn't he? And everybody just is called by their first name. I don't know, Dude McDude guy. If you want a song recommendation, then I've got two. New Divide by Peyton Parrish and Second Bury the Night from Devil May Cry 5. I'm okay. Damn, Jon Stewart. Is this John also? Yes. I am Jon Stewart. How's your day been, John? I've been good, man. Just woke up late, but I stay up late. Got a bunch of editing done yesterday. But my Hard Justice assembly cut is like an hour and a half long so far. It's not done yet. I still got to throw in shots from a lot more scenes. But right now I have an hour and a half filled up of usable fragments of shots. Not all the fragments will be used, but they are all usable. So I'm just carving away all the useless material from everything that's been shot, basically. Compiling it all on one timeline. And then I'm going to whittle away at it for like a rough cut. And then I played a bit of Liza P yesterday. Because the new DLC came out. Yo, this guy alive? Arby and the Chief movie was fire. Yes. Everybody thinks I died when the Machinima building exploded, but you ever see the Bourne Ultimatum? So it was a bit like the ending of that, where like the Machinima building exploded, but I was on the roof, and I jumped off the roof at the last second, and I was like, ah, and I like splashed into the lake next to the building. And there's all these news reports saying, Job Graham has died. Omega, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rip in pieces. But I was there alive in the water the whole time, and I swam away to shore. And I thought, from this day forward, I'm going to be independent on YouTube. But the world thinks I'm dead. But day by day, I'm trying to convince the world that I am, in fact, not died to death. Where was I? I'm eating a giant burrito for supper. It looks like a diaper, lol. That's appetizing. I've missed the last few streams, but your mic compression sounds different because I'm using a different USB microphone because my audio interface for my XLR microphone was giving me too much grief. It was scratching out at least once every stream. So, well, I hope I sound okay. I mean, I know I had some problems with my expander filter, but I already lowered the threshold on that considerably, so I shouldn't be fading out when I go quiet anymore. Hopefully not. Nice shirt, thank you. Did you watch Shelter 54 yet? I looked it up, but I couldn't really find anything to watch. It seemed like it was just bringing up a bunch of videos vaguely about Shelter 54. And just like people commenting on what it is. Like I'm still not even sure if it's like a YouTube series or a movie or whatever. Hold on, I have to kill a spider in my room. Pray for me. No, it's pointless. You're dead. Spider's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. Rip in peace, Mark. It was a hard-fought battle, but I managed to kill the spider. Oh, wow. You're still alive. I thought the spider was gonna kill you for sure. Everyone tell John how nice his shirt is right now. I know how nice my shirt is. You don't need to tell me. Hey, John, may I react to your videos in the future? What, you mean like record your reactions for react content? Epic react content. Look at me reacting. I'm reacting so hard. Oh my god, I'm reacting! Is that what you're talking about? Or are you just talking about watching it on your own and reacting to it? If you record yourself reacting, I'm gonna sue you. John, my girlfriend doesn't want to go to work. Can you tell her it's gonna be all right and she will have a great shift? Get the fuck to work. Never mind whether your shift's gonna be good or not. I'm just kidding. I'm sure she'll have a great shift. 3 hours of troubleshooting shit just to stream GTA makes me never want to update drivers again. Lol. Well, maybe if Nvidia wasn't sucking groups of big fat dicks by the double hand load. I'm Nvidia. Ooh, is that a bunch of dicks? Give me some of that. That's literally Nvidia right now with their latest drivers. And I had come up with a solution when the last time I streamed GTA 4. But then when I went over to my other games, I kept getting, everything was crashing on like settings that would be considered low or like minimum. Like I tried Dead Space, the remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, Lies of P. I was getting Direct 3D, Direct X12 crashes. 5, 10, 20 minutes into gameplay on each of them. And they were running like, 1080p, like graphics on medium, like VSync off, no DLSS and shit. I'm like, something is not right here. So I rolled back my driver again to 560.33, which is by consensus the most stable NVIDIA driver released. The latest and most stable driver. Although it isn't the latest, there's been quite a few after that. And since then, no issues. Like, I even stress tested it. I ran the games that I previously mentioned that were crashing before. I ran them all, not only in 1080p, but in 4K with everything on. Motion blur, even stuff I usually have off just to stress test it. No crashes. Everything was fine. So it's not a spec issue. It's just NVIDIA's drivers sucking balls. And I also tested GTA 4 as well, just to see if it would still work on this older driver, and it appears to. It seems like a tiny bit sluggish, but I think it's fine. I think it looks fine. So we'll see. Hopefully we shouldn't get any issues, because if we do get them now, it's probably some networking thing, because I tested it offline and it's working. So yeah, we should be good. Where was I? Royalties must be paid, though. This is the Arby and the Chief guy we were dealing with here. That's right. Don't fucking forget it. Don't you know who I am? You may have heard of a little show called Arby and the Chief. Oh. You may have heard of it. To be fair, you have to have a high IQ to understand Arby and the Chief. John, do I have permission to watch your videos? Yes, you may. But you can't react to them. Online or offline. You have to just stare at them with no expression on your face. If you go, wow, that was hilarious, I'll sue you. Or I hated that, I'll sue you. Don't make me sue you. Where was I? John, do you plan to play the DLCs for Grand Theft Auto 4, Lost in the Damned, and Ballad of Gay Tony? I was, but I feel like we've done 10 GTA 4 streams. I don't know, by the time I'm done just with the base campaign, me and viewers might have decided we've had enough, you know what I mean? So I don't know, we'll make that decision when we get to it. Maybe I'll put up a little YouTube poll. People can say. I'm not against it at the moment. I'm quite open to doing it, but we'll see how the viewers feel as well. You need to do more series if you can. Your sense of humor and writing, it's fucking gold. Thank you very much. I am working on series, man. Arby and the Chief's not done. I'm doing Hard Justice right now. It's a big chungus project. It's taking me ages to get it out, but I'm working on it. And I'm planning to do more Arby and the Chief stuff when that's done. So I'll be writing and putting out more stuff. I'm watching on my laptop instead of my phone this time. Wow, that's crazy, dude. You're living life on the edge, I see. And it's weird seeing you so big, like so many women say to you, huh, John? That's true. I've never seen a 6-foot-long cock before. That's right, baby. Master Grunt 15 for $2 says they need to hire the NVIDIA A team. You really like the A team, dude. I don't think even the A team can't fucking help NVIDIA at this point. Thank you very much, Master Grunt 15. AMD's latest drivers have been dog shit too, so you're not missing anything. Fucking hell. Is there anybody who can not suck for a while? Or at all? Preferably. I mean, where are you supposed to go if NVIDIA and AMD are both fucked? Intel's half-assed GPUs? I don't know what's with GPU driver updates being AIDS lately. Neither do I. Yeah, can I talk about your videos and watch them and stuff while showing them? It would be positive. Sure, why not? AMD and Nvidia always go through these cycles. They'll have a year or two of bad drivers, then a year or two of good ones. That's the cycle. I have a recommendation for an adjustment to the cycle, is to not have the part of the cycle where they're bad. That's just another one of my wacky ideas. Must be cool being to skip lines because of your fame, man. Word. Yeah, that's right. Even at the grocery store or whatever, I just budge ahead of everybody. Out of the way. Arby and the Chief Director coming through. Move over. Get behind me. It's whenever they release new cards too close back to back and the architecture is vastly different between them, shooting self and foot. Yeah, I believe that. That sounds... If anything's the reason, it's probably something like that. I like these streams. Thank you. I do too. Year 2077, John is streaming GTA 4 playthrough part 9001. It's not going to take 9,000 streams to play GTA 4, okay? Closer to 8,000. 9,000 is just a cartoonish number, okay? John, realistically, what would you do if Microsoft sent you a cease and desist, therefore you couldn't use the Arby and the Chief toys anymore? I'd say, why now? Could have done this back in 2007. There's always that possibility, but I don't think they ever will because it's just been too long now. It wouldn't be a good PR move for them. Plus, they need all the goodwill they can bank right now, given the state of Halo and the things that are happening under Microsoft's direction since their big fuck you acquisition for $69.99 billion. You could always do the DLCs a month or two later if you're that against it. Well, I didn't say I was that against it. But yeah, if I do kind of want to move on to something else, maybe we can always come back to the DLCs later. That's true. John, what pitch and speed do you use for Chief with the Microsoft simulator? There's no pitch adjustment, but the speed is raised by 2 notches from the default middle value. What's your opinion about the new Asus Xbox handheld? Nah. I think I'm happy with my Steam Deck. Just seems like an ROG Ally with an Xbox interface, right? I'm curious how it integrates Steam, because apparently it does on some level, and how that is, if it is, superior to the way the Steam Deck operates just on its own. But I have no incentive to move over to an Xbox handheld. I mean, at least it runs stuff natively, and it's not like the fucking PS Portal, which seems really stupid to me. I guess it's not that stupid, given that, you know, I pretty much use my Steam Deck almost like a streaming device anyway, where, like, if I don't want to play on my PC, I can just play in my bed or on the couch with the Steam Deck. It's not like I'm not taking it places. So, in effect, I use my Steam Deck in the same way I would use a PlayStation Portable, but it's nice to, you know, be able to run games natively and not have that input latency. And then not have the possibility of bad Wi-Fi getting in the way of, you know, the gameplay. Did you want any more game recommendations, or do you have enough game? I got game recommendations and wish list games coming out of my fucking ass, so I appreciate it, but no, I don't need any. Thank you. Arby and the Chief is Microsoft's main income, right? Yeah, that's like 98% of it. 1% of it is Windows, and 1% of it is Xbox. Job, it's my birthday, turned 31. Happy birthday, man. Please celebrate by biting the foam and or biting the foam. Nope, sorry. But have a very happy birthday, that's awesome. You want to play some Red Dead 1 or 2? Sure, yeah, I'd be happy to do that. But maybe we'll break up the Rockstar games with something else before we go do that. Something small and different, and then we'll move on to another Rockstar game. If not, the DLC for this first, before we do Red Dead. It's ROG Ally X with an Xbox interface. Right, okay. So it might even just be like a model that ROG Ally has released already, but just this one has got Xbox colors on it, and it's got an Xbox guide button, and it has an Xbox base dashboard or whatever. I bought a Steam Deck, and 2 weeks later the OLED came out for the same price. Ugh, I couldn't return it because I put a skin on it. Lamau. That sucks, dude. I wasn't really that sore about, I mean, I bought the Steam Deck when it came out, so the OLED didn't come out for some time afterwards. But I was never sore about not having an OLED. Like, I'm fine with the screen on the regular one. I'm sure the OLED's nice, but I just don't really care that much. Is a Steam Deck worth buying if I already have a powerful laptop? Well, I don't know. A laptop's not a handheld, right? Like, with a handheld, you got it right there in your hands. You got the screen right there, right in front of you. It's got a touch screen. It's got a built-in keyboard, like a visual touch keyboard. I mean, having a laptop you can just sit down and open up anywhere is good too, but you got to connect a controller to it if you want to use one. I don't know. I prefer handhelds. Typical deck user playing anything but Steam games. I play a lot of Steam games on my Steam Deck. Ballad of Gay Tony. Ooh, I'm gay now, says Tony. Gay Bagool. It's gay now too. Even the Gabagool's gay now. Bully could be a fun one if you've ever played that one. I did, but I never finished it. I have it on PC. So yeah, it's a possibility. Solar Hypercane for $4.99 says, I like seeing your reaction to some of scenes in the games. Thank you very much. Oh my god, I'm reacting! I'm reacting so hard! Oh! Look at that cutscene! Look at the graphics! Whoa, Nico's doing a job for money? I didn't see that coming. Thank you very much, Solar Hypercane. Sorry for my shithead answer. Thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate it. Rockstar's Bully would be a good game to stream after GTA 4 if you want to. Yep. I like Bully. Do you remember the Xbox 360 dashboard UI, the original Blades version from 2006 to 2008? What do you think, dude? I made episodes of Arby and the Chief with it in it. So do you plan on streaming weekly indefinitely? I love these. It might be a weekend where I'm too busy or whatever, or, you know, I don't feel well, or I got a thing that I gotta do. But if I've got my Fridays and Saturdays free, yeah, I'll do it. I'm happy to. It's not really a chore for me. I look forward to it most of the time. It kind of baffles me whenever I hear streamers talk about it like it's this, you know, grueling 9 to 5. Oh, it's so hard. Playing video games is so hard. I mean, I'm not saying it's not taxing to sit and be engaging and entertaining and play a video game competently for hours on end, but I mean, come on. Anybody who's can, you know, make a living doing this is lucky. I mean, I certainly feel grateful. And it doesn't feel like a chore to me because I'm always playing shit that I want to play. You know, I'm not one of these streamers that locks themselves into a particular game because that's what their audience wants and then they just want to blow their own heads off. You know? Yeah, uses Windows 11 Home instead of, you know, making their own Windows OS for handheld PCs. It just makes it into a laptop. Uses Windows 11 Home. Oh, are you talking about the ROG Ally, the Xbox Ally? So it has Windows 11 loaded onto it by default? I would hope it's like an optimized version of it and not all the bloat that comes with a typical Windows installation. That's what's so good about SteamOS, right? It's just, you know, all the processes and services that are running are like an absolute minimum just to get the thing running and playing the games that you want to play. There's like no other bullshit. You can use these streams to finish the games that you never did before. That's true. Yeah, It's a good idea. Ayo, John, Theft Auto. Ayo, I'm watching here. I'm watching here. Oh! Bully is one of my favorite Rockstar games. It's short and sweet too, so it could be a good one to stream, lol. Yeah, I'm not against it. We'll see. It's not high on my list, but I'll write it down. I don't think I have that one written down yet, actually. Chief would call the Steam Deck the steaming deck. That's pretty good, actually. Like a steaming shit. Yeah. Steaming deck, Steam Dick, Steamy Deck. Something like that. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this! Please finish Majora's Mask stream. I rewatched part 1 last week, still frustrated after all these years. Yeah, that's Majora's Mask is high on my list. We'll do that again. But I think I want to do Ocarina of Time again before Majora's Mask. We might do those back to back. I think I'll do them on the emulator as well on Nintendo Switch, the first one. Hey John, hope you're doing well. I was thinking of getting into the Resident Evil series. Any recommendations and where to start? If you want to just jump into the action-y phase of Resident Evil, where it's like a really good mix of modernization and action and horror. Start with the Resident Evil 4 remake, I think. Or the Resident Evil 4 original, and then try the remake, and then you might appreciate the shift in controls and technology and stuff. But if you want to jump into the slow-paced stuff, where it's like, less about the action and more about just inventory management and exploration and fixed camera angles, I would say do the Resident Evil 1 remake. It came out on GameCube first, but it's got a PC port now. You can play it on a bunch of shit. Or if you want to start with the old tech ones, just start from Resident Evil 1 on PS1 and just do all three of them because they're all good. John is sometimes busy on the weekends at our mom's houses. He doesn't even bring the milk either. That's true. You never know when I'm at one of your mom's houses and I gotta call off streaming for a bit. Deus Deltas for $20 says, finished my master's degree coursework yesterday. Wrote 15,500 words, 75 pages, and gave 2 hours worth of presentations. Next up, a PhD. When I finish my time in academia, I will be eternally glad to be done. Wow, that's awesome, Deus Deltas. Well done, man. Good for you. And thank you very much for that generous super chat, man, as always. I really appreciate everything. Well done, man. I'm still studying for my A+ certification, but I'm getting through it. I've read a lot of books so far, or like 2 big-ass books, and now I'm on my 3rd, and I've read like that thick out of like this altogether. And then after that, I'm going to watch some videos. I'm going to do some practice exams, play some PC Building Simulator, and then I'll take my exams. Well done, Deus Deltas. Thanks again. Are there any games you'd absolutely never play on stream no matter what? I don't know. I don't think I'd rule anything out like that, because there's even some terrible games that might be funny to stream, But yeah, I haven't ruled anything out, absolutely. Hey, Job, I've been thinking a lot lately about how the evolution of interactive entertainment, community engagement, and personal branding all intertwine in a digital landscape constantly shifting. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting. It's a lot to unpack. There's a lot of variables. It's hard to predict where everything is going to go, especially with AI now in the mix and the fact that everything is just evolving exponentially. Like, who knows where we're going to be 10 years from now in regard to all those things. Will you do either Majora's Mask or the DLC for Lies of P? Yeah, Lies of P Overture, sure, maybe. It's really fucking hard though. But fortunately, it lets you scale it down, the difficulty now, because they have it has difficulty modes now, which a lot of people are like salty about, but I don't really get it. You know, it's like if you want to maintain the difficulty it's always been, you can do that, and it's really fucking hard. But the people who want an easier time with it can scale it down if they want. But there's all these like gatekeepers that are just like, just have the one. This is fucking Souls, god damn it. There should just be the one difficulty setting and fuck everybody else. I don't agree with that. I think if you want to scale it down, you should be able to. I did to get through it because the default difficulty is quite hard, especially if you're on New Game Plus, and I'm on my second New Game Plus run. And so, like, even if you're like level 100 on a number of stats, which I am, like even basic enemies can fuck you over, and then the bosses do like fucking ridiculous damage. So yeah, so Lies of P Overture, yeah, that's an option. Majora's Mask is higher on my priority list, so we might get to that quicker. What do you, John? What do you think of paragraph 273 subsection Q? Nintendo may render the console or software permanently unusable. Brick. Well, that's just asking for people to hack it and get around that, because you just piss people off that way. I wish they would just like have the same mentality Valve does, where it's like you buy it and you do whatever you want with it. We don't care. Job, you started talking about Resident Evil and then it cut away for an advertisement about the Resident Evil sales. Maybe that's AI determined ads where it's reading what people are saying in chat or what I'm saying, and then it's giving you relevant ads. Yeah, I have ads turned on, but I have it set to the lowest frequency settings, so because I didn't want to be too annoying with it. But you know, it's a bit of extra revenue for me. Bilal L for €2 says, hello there, mate. Hello, Bilal L. Thank you very much for that. Nice to see you. I appreciate that. Solar Hypercane for $4.99 says, is it just me or does Justin Trudeau look like Todd Howard? Nah, I don't see it. Maybe a tiny bit, but I never thought that. Thank you very much, Solar Hypercane. It's been a bit of a long week for me. Happy to see you, Job. Right now I'm reading Blood Meridian. Blood Meridian, that sounds kind of familiar. I don't know what it is, though. John, how is that gorilla that you wouldn't let fist you? He's pouting in the corner. Poor Chico. All he wanted to do was fist me. Now he's got his holding up his fist. He's got nowhere to put it. No, you can't fist me, Chico. What can I say? I don't want my asshole destroyed. I would rather not bleed to death from my unrecognizably ruptured anus. Francisco R for 1999 says, John, my beloved Please finish Hard Justice. My Hard Justice is throbbing in ecstasy. I am. I'm working on it. Thank you very much, Francisco R. I said earlier, I have an assembly cut full of fragments of usable shots that's currently an hour and a half. And I'm not even done yet. So once all the usable material's in there, I gotta whittle that down. It's just a lot of footage to go through, so. Plus, I'm juggling in a lot of other different things as well. But I'm getting through it. I appreciate everybody's patience. Thank you very much. And thank you for the super chat, man. That's really nice of you. I appreciate it. I would not judge if you wanted to live stream Lies of Urine, Overture, in easy mode. I'd watch and enjoy. I'd probably put it at the middle difficulty. But I've heard that they're going to patch it to make the hardest mode easier because people are saying that it's just a little too difficult, which I actually agree with. Like, I get that these games are supposed to be hard, but it's just kind of ridiculous how if you max out your character to the point where you can't max out a stat anymore, that enemies, even basic enemies and bosses, are still fucking you over, like, significantly. It can still be hard, that's fine. I'm just saying I think it needs to be tweaked. Especially, like, when, as far as New Game Plus is considered. What about games like Subnautica or The Outer Wilds? If The Outer Wild is one of those games that you'll never get to experience again, the less you know, the better the game is. Yeah, I heard a friend of mine recommended that to me. He said it was a masterpiece, and I'm inclined to believe him. But yeah, I know very little about it, other than it's sort of a time loop kind of thing. It does seem pretty cool. Yeah, maybe that's an option, but if something's really good and I've never played it before, I would prefer to just go through it on my own. Not in every case. I mean, maybe I'll make an exception for that. Just like the iPhone jailbreak fiasco, the customers have all the power to sue Nintendo with all that anti-consumer practices, but the Nintendo cult will never do it. The Nintendo cult. This makes you think of that overweight guy with the fedora holding the knife. Leave the billion-dollar company alone. Is it me, or does Jordan Peterson look kind of like Peter Jordanson? Coincidence? You decide. Well, it's like, people are saying this Peter Jordanson looks a lot like me, and it's like, I don't see it. Mr. Bad Guy for $4.99 says, what do you think makes your stream so attractive? I like the gameplay and the political talks about the postmodernist staplers. I think, honestly, a big part of it is just the way I talk. Because I talk like I'm just talking to anybody, even if I was in private with friends or whatever. Like, not only in terms of, like, the things I talk about, but just the way that I speak. I have this sort of flat, just this regular flat cadence. I don't try to do the YouTuber voice all the time. Like, that fucking annoys. That's like nails on a chalkboard to me if I have to listen to that for long stretches of time, so. I think that's a big part of it. Thank you very much, Mr. Bad Guy. I really appreciate that. I also think, and I think most people would agree, most of the time I have pretty reasonable takes on everything, and, like, balanced as well. Where people might, like, disagree with me on one thing or another, but I'm pretty, like, I'm good at, like, seeing both sides of something and saying, well, like, if you look at it this way, it's like this. If you look at it that way, it's like that. I try to be charitable when I can. I never make a point of telling people, like, what to think. I'm always just like, yeah, this is my take on it. There is that to consider. There is that. That's just what I think. That's just my dumb fuck opinion. And then I like to hear, if people, concur or disagree or have more to share about it or whatever. And I think I engage with chat, I think, more than most streamers. But I also, it helps that my audience isn't as large, so I can actually get through it, like all the things people are writing. Um, so it feels dynamic if I'm reading out most of what's being posted. Thanks again, Mr. Bad Guy. Really appreciate that. Um, I might have asked this before, but what inspired the decision to have Adam kill you in RB and the Chief season 8? God, that sounds weird. It was that it wasn't just there for the sake of it. I mean, it felt pivotal to Arbiter's arc because it all of a sudden gave him a purpose to kill Adam in return. And then that ignited the whole dilemma of like killing a child serial killer. You know, is the fact that he's a kid, like, what does that do? How does that alter your approach to this person who is killing a lot of people? And then the whole this idea of Arbiter all of a sudden feeling he has a purpose when for a large stretch of the season he's felt purposeless and he's there for no reason. And that idea of like being gripped by this sense of purpose where you are so convinced that you are on earth for a reason, even if it is a reprehensible reason on some level. Like you just get so carried away with it. You get locked into this ideology of like, this is why I'm here. This is what I need to do. And Arbiter goes through that, but Arbiter is never established throughout the rest of the show as like a person who gets carried away with an ideology, you know. So like in a way I'm also saying like anybody can fall victim to that way of thinking sometimes. Um would you ever play any old COD games? Basically any entry from 2003 to 2012? Sure, yeah. I'm less interested in doing the old, like the really old ones, but I'd love to play Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I'd love to do that again. Modern Warfare 2, even the third one, like the classic trilogy, not the reboots. Your camera resolution is almost as bad as old RB and the Chief videos. Intentional? That may be because I have low latency set, but it's not even ultra low latency. It's just low. My camera resolution is actually, I think it's set at 1080 and it's just being scaled down through the network connection. Like, and going through YouTube and Streamlabs, it gets downscaled. Do Peter Jordanson pretending to be Jordan Peterson getting fisted by a gorilla. Let's not do that. John is very chill, down to earth, and not loud. That's what I think. Lol, is YouTuber voice still a thing? Yes, it is. I keep hearing it. For slop channels, that voice is very much still a thing, yeah. You're not fair and balanced, you're extreme and hardcore. Oh. John is engaged to chat? Is he gay or something? I don't think I said engaged to. I said engaged with, didn't I? In any case, you know what I mean. Always gotta make it a gay thing. Just because I like to get spit roasted by 8 cocks at a time, 4 in my mouth and 4 in my ass, that doesn't make me gay, okay? That's just dudes being bros. That's just dudes hanging out, having a good time. Um, where was I? I think the camera looks fine. Dude, there's nothing wrong with my camera. It's a 4K webcam, but it's recording at 1080, which is still high fidelity. But if you think that it looks bad on YouTube, then it's probably because I have low latency set, and you may be having connection issues on your end. Deus Steltus for $2 says, "Eat the foam, Job. It's calling your name." I don't think it is. Thank you, Deus Steltus. I appreciate that. I'm not biting the foam. Sorry, it's not happening. Job semen retention, yes or no? Yes. How else do you think I get through all these video games? I practice extreme semen retention. Job, your streak quality is weird. It looks like I'm watching a gay guy. Turbo Chief for $4.99 says, "I am back from Canada. Yukon and BC are fucking beautiful. Alberta and Saskatchewan are flatter than Arbiter's mother. Visit Yukon, John. Highly recommend." What's up there? I mean, all of Canada is just snow and igloos, so what's the point of traveling? It's the same everywhere. Everywhere is just a blizzard with igloos that you have to struggle to see through. The sheer blizzard, and then the occasional moose walks by. That's Canada. And occasionally you might stumble across a Tim Hortons in the blizzard. Thank you very much, Turbo Chief. Glad you enjoyed your trip in Canada. That's cool. Curious if you'd ever doing a little game where you have to guess the names of the newer gen Pokemon for fun, since you mentioned only knowing the older ones. Yeah, I would fail that miserably. Like, the only new one I know, new, I don't even know what generation he is. There's like probably a billion now, is Bidoof. It's the only one I recognize. Like, the only non-original 151 Pokemon I know is Bidoof, and that's it. Just because he's so stupid. COD 4 came back with a high point with Modern Warfare 2019, and Black Ops Cold War was decent too, but Vanguard sucked, and so did Modern Warfare 3. I thought Modern Warfare 2, the reboot, sucked as well. The new Modern Warfare, the first one, I thought that was alright. I thought that was decent. Cold War, I don't know if I played that one, but it looked cool. There's genuinely nothing in Yukon. It's empty nothing. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, it's the same everywhere. Even in BC, it's just a unforgiving, blizzard-covered wilderness. Right, just thought it'd be a fun laugh to see you guess. I get that, but I wouldn't get any of them. Except Bidoof. So, like, how entertaining is that going to be? We'll get, like, 5 minutes, maybe, out of that. Until people get tired of me saying, I don't know that one. Lol. Bilal L for €3 says, "Job, any plan in the future to go to Super Nintendo World?" I don't have plans, but I would love to go there. That would be great. I've always wanted to go to Japan. That would be my number one, like, go-to place if I were to travel. I hate traveling. I hate flying. I hate everything associated with flying. But there's, like, certain parts of Japan, and just being in Japan in general, I'd love to just experience that. And I want to check out all the video gamey shit, like Sega, Nintendo, and arcades, and Super Nintendo World, and shit like that. I've heard it's very accommodating to English-speaking travelers too. Like, when you get there, Like there's English signage on everything. There's always people who are like willing to help you. Um, I feel like I would enjoy that. I feel like the only thing I probably wouldn't enjoy is like the crowds because there's just a lot of people there. I hate feeling like packed shoulder to shoulder with people. Like kind of crowds kind of bother me. But I can deal with that. Solar Hypercane for $9.99 says, I understand your frustration. People think I'm straight just because I get waterboarded by... What the fuck is that? Is that a dog? I don't understand where they're... It's not... You don't mean furries, do you? I don't understand where they're getting I'm straight from. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean exactly, but thank you very much, Solar Hypercane. That's very nice of you to send that. Regarding the bit about frustration, yeah, I mean, it's frustrating just because I take 4 cocks in the mouth and 4 in the ass that people automatically think I'm gay. Thank you very much, Solar Hypercane. Deus Deltas for $5 says, hey John, I'm sitting here with the gorilla and he told me in sign language that the 100 men are on their way to your house. Will they be on stream? The 100 men fucking me in the ass are here? They're coming here. Or they're just gonna walk up to the camera one at a time and introduce themselves? Sure. I'll tell them all to say hi. And then I'll throw up the standby slate on my stream and then let them fuck me in the ass one at a time. Might take a while. Thank you very much, Deus Stultus. John owns a Super Nintendo, if that counts. Counts for what? When John gets on a plane, he just starts screaming how much he hates flying. And how everyone who likes flights is insane. Yeah, that sounds like me. He means cat piss. How does that make sense? Waterboarded by cat piss? So somebody's putting a cloth on your face and pouring cat piss on it. Why would... I don't get the connection with being straight on that. Cat piss doesn't clear anything up. John, would you ever play Yu-Gi-Oh in your own spare time? It's fun, but I'm biased since I've been playing it for over 20 years. I played the Pokemon card game back when it was, when it just came out and it was super popular. And at around that same time, people are also playing Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game. But the way I saw it, like, I'm only going to get invested in one card game. Like, I don't give a fuck about Yu-Gi-Oh. Because, Pokemon already got me, if you know what I mean. Like, because I was invested in the cartoon. I had the Game Boy Color game. And I heard about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, what the fuck is Yu-Gi-Oh? Fuck that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Had its own cartoon, obviously, but I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Roxas C for $2 says, Johnster, are you a furry named John? No. I think being a furry is dumb and cringe. You do what you want. If that's how you define having a good time, then whatever, you do you. But I just think I don't think I'll ever not think it's stupid. Thank you very much, Roxas C. Very nice of you. Nice to see you. I love flying. My grandfather used to have a crop duster. I do not like the airport, and I hate everything to do with traveling. Flying around the area I lived was the most freeing thing ever, though. Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I would still be kind of nervous about it, but yeah. I get why people would like that. Lamau, alright, let's start the game. We're getting there. Solar Hypercane for $4.99 says, I meant a word that couldn't say because YouTube will censor it and any word related to it. Oh, well, I'm still not quite sure what that is, but okay. Thank you very much, Solar Hypercane. Thank you again. Not enjoying both Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon is a sin. I have to like both? Hey Job, unbutton that shirt once, please. Already? Do 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 do. There you go. You get one. That's it. Can't escape the male gaze. I'm just a piece of meat to you people. I only tune in for John's sexy body. Can't even hear what he's saying. I'm just staring at his chest. Do a Bindy Johal impression? I don't know what that is or who that is. What's your favorite vehicle in GTA 4? The fastest one. All right. Which I think we're going to get now, thanks to Bernie. He's going to give us a dope car. I think we just unlocked that. Let's speaking of, let's go do that, shall we? Boom. Thank you for all the super chats and everything. I really appreciate everything. Thanks. Turn on audio. Hopefully we'll be okay. I got a new controller. Anybody know what this is? This is like the fucking most bomb-ass controller you can get. I got it for my birthday. I got headphones for my birthday, but they weren't working. I ended up taking them back, so... My mom was like, is there anything else you want? I'm like, well, you could help me get this controller that's fucking awesome. I would definitely use that. Oh, controller's on already. But for some reason... Oh, because it's not on. Some kind of Xbox controller, I'm guessing, a special Halo one. It does use X input. Oh god, we're having stuttering on GTA. No, don't do this to me. You weren't doing this before. We'll just upgrade to the latest driver again, and then I'll downgrade it later. It was not doing this when I tested it offline, so I guess... Streamlabs, I guess, is using a bunch of additional resources now that we're actually broadcasting. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to upgrade my drivers. Actually, you know what? Let's restart. I'm just gonna quit the game and restart. And then see if that fixes anything. Just bear with me here, guys. Sorry. I'm not happy either. But we know how to fix it. If this doesn't work, I'll just, Fuck, man. I'm gonna have to restart the stream in order to get the new drivers running. I shouldn't have risked it. I should have just updated the drivers to begin with. But I thought this might work. We can fix it if I just update NVIDIA drivers again to the latest. I know we'll be good with that. Let's see how we do with this. Did the stream cut out? Can you guys still hear me? Hello? Fucking Nvidia. Okay. So we can fix this. Yeah. So apparently the stream cut out as soon as I started the game. I thought the drivers I had might work. I tested it offline and it was fine. So there's something about broadcasting while the game is running. It's not working. But if we have NVIDIA on the latest drivers, then it'll work, because it worked last time. But in order for me to upgrade the drivers, I had to rule out this current driver set that I had, because I thought it might work streaming, but it doesn't. So I can upgrade them, but I gotta end the stream in order to upgrade my graphics drivers and then restart the stream again, and then we'll be fine. So I'm sorry I need to split this up again, but I have to. So bear with me. Give me like 10 minutes to make another thumbnail, upgrade the drivers. I'll restart my computer as well to be safe, and then I'll get this going again. Sorry, everybody. Thanks for the super chats and all the contributions and everything so far. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Just bear with me and keep an eye on your